Hello there. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Bourbon Neophyte. Great to have you all here this afternoon, this evening, morning, wherever you are on this big blue ball we call Earth. As you know, yesterday was Valentine's Day, and many of you know, and that my wife buys me different bottles all the time. I mean, I could come home sometimes and there's a bottle just because. Or we'll go out and I'll point to a few things and say, yep, I'd like to have it, blah, 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 whatever. Next thing I know, I got bottles. Well, I come home yesterday because I ended up having to work yesterday, which is unusual for me to work on Saturday, but I had come home and on my chair were two lovely bottles. One I'm going to hold up right here is a pick from a store, as you know, I frequent, Liquor Lineup, which is a pick that they had just got in. I'm holding it up here. Go ahead and focus right there so you can see. Yes, that is 122.86. It is 8-year, 9-month Kentucky straight rye. Can everyone see it? Here, let me just turn a little bit there. There you go. Yep. All those guys should probably, yeah, I'm sure they all probably drank this, so they know what this is. But anyway, so I got this one. But the one I'm really going to get into and talk about today is this one. Let me just kind of hold it up here so you guys can see. And this is another pick that they had done from a distillery up right or just a little southwest of Reno, uh, called Mound House, Nevada. I had to think about that. I knew I heard it, but I couldn't remember where and didn't know that there was even a distillery there. So I was like, wow. And it does say distilled and bottled by Dovetail Distillery in Mound House, Nevada. So I learned something and just, hindsight thinking a little bit. Maybe I did hear of it, but I could have been confusing it with Barrel, which is not affiliated with them. But anyway, because they have a Dovetail. But anyway, this is the bottle that interested me and how it ended up here. My wife showed me an email that she had gotten from Liquor Lineup, which I got the same thing too. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And that's pretty much where I left it. I come home. This was there. This was a ancillary pickup. She just happened to be there, saw it. And of course, we've talked about this before about we frequent certain bottle shops because one, we know the people there. Two, they know us and they know our palate. So my wife is comfortable going in there and listening to what they have to say because they know me and say, oh, yeah, Anthony will like this. This is really good, blah. And so, anyway, that's how this came home. And she knows I like rye. So I'm like, I'm not turning down booze, period. But that being said, this was the one that interested me. And I actually planned on going there today to contemplate making this purchase. So, that's where we or how this whole thing got to be. And so I'm sure your significant others just bought you bottles of booze for Valentine's Day because what says love like a good bottle of whiskey, right? Right. What the heck? So that's pretty much it. And what we're going to start, I'm going to run down through the list here because I did see Top Dog in here earlier. So got to make sure I say cheers to him. And like I showed you, I got a few little goodies from him that he had dropped off. I'm happy to get those. Mr. Slapshot, cheers. Great to have you here. JD, I hope you are all settled in. Peter, great to see you. Cheers. Eric, cheers, brother. Hope you are feeling better. Yes, stick with the juice, stick with the water, hydrate, 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 and kick that bug. Yes, I am almost ready, which was true. And in the moment I said that, I said, oh, I forgot my glasses. I was like, why are things a little blurry? I was doing something, and as you get older, sometimes you need that bifocal, sometimes you don't. And I flipped them off because I didn't need the bifocal trying to read something. But anyway, I had to go get it. Marty, cheers, sir. Always great to have you here. And yes, if anybody here is not subscribed to Marty, you need to get on over there and smack that subscribe button and just listen to Marty. He'll tell you straight out, he don't know what he's talking about. He just says what he knows and what he means when he does his reviews. So they're good, straightforward, honest reviews. You can either take his word or not. He don't care. But it's a good place for you to sit and spend an hour or so and just listen to some good whiskey talk. I never heard of that, but it just struck me as an unusual grain. I've heard that people use oats before, Peter, but I don't think I have ever had one at all. And this comes in, I think it's 60.1 ABV, 60.1 somewhere in that area. It is 60.1. There we go. I just turned the bottle the right way. It is a glossy sticker on the front of this thing. Anyway, so I just thought it was interesting to try. I mean, like I said, I just said, oh, looks interesting. I mean, I didn't go, oh my gosh, yeah, let's go grab that right now, drive down. That was Friday night. She brought me dinner to work because it was a 12 and a half hour day from 7 in the morning till 7:30 at night. And she brought me up dinner. So I guess she stopped there on the way home. But that's how this got there. And so I decided, I'm going to do this because, my wife buys me this stuff. And by gosh, I am going to review it and drink some of it and see what it's like. But yeah, so I'm interested in it myself. I'm interested in myself. Oh, 12:30 p.m.? He's having a little lunch. Having a little lunch. Yeah, I was going to wonder. He should already be Monday there where you are. Yep. Okay. Oh, there's Sean. I know I saw Sean in here earlier. Cheers, brother. Appreciate you being here. Really do. Thank you. Mandy, cheers. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Hope you are enjoying your afternoon or evening, or evening, wherever you be. Hey, Josh, cheers, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, look at this here. Nick, cheers. Great having you here. Oh, look at this guy, the legend right now, Mr. Whack. Let me tell you something, people. This is one of the straightforward whiskey reviewers that I can say I know. He's like Marty. He's not perfect. He doesn't know everything about whiskey, but he gives great, honest reviews. He doesn't pull punches. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, or bad. I'm telling you, one heck of a great guy. Good palate. I mean, great, just a great show, great streams. If you're not tuned into Hello Again, Whiskey Friends, make sure you are, because really he is another one of those great people that do reviews. Been on about 4 years now, if I'm not mistaken. I think we were talking about this on Stacy's stream just before, but you hit your 4-year mark. I'll be 5 years in a couple of months. But yeah, Jeff is just a good guy. He has a sidekick, Darrell. I'm telling you what, good people, good people, really, people. And I mean it. Go slap a slub to him. Tell him I sent you. It was a crazy flight that you did with her, but it was good. Stacy has some great stuff that she drops off to you, but she puts on a great stream, and particularly when it comes to Irish whiskey. That woman seems to just have it going on when it comes to that stuff. I mean, yes, she has asked me questions about Scotch, and of course, I'm so glad I could help her with some of her surprises she had gotten for her husband, and which I'm grateful for that, and I'm glad that he liked. But really, Stacy is my go-to for anything when it comes to Irish. And I know, I'm sure everybody here is, but if not, you guys got to go and slap a sub to 4-leaf whiskey. Oh, there she is. Here I am talking about her. So sorry, Stacey. There she is right there. 4-leaf whiskey. You got to go over there and slap a sub to her. Really, really great lady. Great reviews. I'm just telling you, very down to earth. I can't say enough good about her. The guests that she has on, I know she talks to Women of Whiskey, and she's got Michelle coming on there because another great show, Women of Whiskey. Her Whiskey Mountains do the show together on Women of Whiskey. They just have some good stuff. I mean, it's good whiskey talk, good people, friends. Truthfully, some of the people I'm involved with, we're a small group, but they truly are good people who enjoy reviewing their whiskey, but also enjoy the same interactions like I have with you here on this show. I'm not all over the place. I come on, I do this for fun with you guys and tell you what I like, what I don't like. But honestly, another good show, Women of Whiskey, and if anyone's listening that doesn't know about them, they started out as a show for women who are interested in whiskey, and it just kind of grew some legs. But it's another good show for everybody, man or woman. It's another good show that you should tune into on Monday nights. It is a great show. Go and slap them a sub and tell them I sent you. Went to second thought. Better be careful with that, people. Who knows where that'll get you? With a review like that, you owe Jeffrey money. It's the other way around. It's the other way around. Hey, hanging? Did you find at Walgreens? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Oh, you're welcome. There's never any thanks, Stace. You know that. Never any thanks needed. When it comes to peated whiskey, here I am. I'm not far. That's for sure. Oh, look at this from across the pond. We got Mr. Morgan here. Always great to have him here. Hope all is well over in the UK. Great. Really is great having you, James. Thank you for popping in this evening. What? What? Priorities, man. Them trees definitely wouldn't go anywhere. But $50 a bottle for 18-year-old Jameson, that's a steal. What if there was another one there and you missed it? Them trees would have been there when you come back. I guarantee it. Wasn't like they were going to trim themselves. Man, oh day. I think that fall on the trail did something to your brain. Sorry, that was a low shot there. Please don't forget everyone. On the stream we had iced our drinks. Look, you drink your whiskey however you want to drink your whiskey. I really don't care, but I don't use ice in my drinks. That's like sacrilege. But some people, because they have a significant other that prefers it, they believe in the adage, happy wife, happy life. So he puts ice in their drinks. And he likes it because he's a good husband. That's how that goes. Hey, sir. Cheers. Hope you are well. Thank you for tuning in. And I do appreciate everybody that is here, and smash that like button, support the channel. So let's talk a little more about Dovetail Distillery up there in Mound House, Nevada. Okay. Can you see this BTLGGR? Does anybody know what that means? I do. I figured it out before I went to the website. Anyway, bootlegger, BT bootlegger, LGGR. It took me a minute because, in my head, I'm trying to sound this thing out and try to figure out what this is because I could not. It was killing me. So I kind of just sounded out and thought bootlegger. So when I went to the website, I'm like, hot dog. I think that's it. I think that's it. So anyway, I did go to the website because I had to look. I had to look some of this up because I just did not know who. I just did not know who this is or anything about this. Hold on for a second. There we go. I had it up here. So let me just read. I've got their website up here just to show. And also, just so you know, I am not sponsored or get anything from this distillery or liquor lineup or anything like that. The reviews and the reviews are my own. The bottles I buy on my own. There is nothing to any of this. I just decided I'm going to review this out of the blue, and I didn't know anything about this distillery up there. So I'm going to read something to you. It says, Dovetail Distillery was conceived in 2016 by Nicholas. Let's see. How do you pronounce that last name? Hold on. Give me a second. Nicholas, Cataldo. I'm not going to try to butcher the gentleman's name, especially the last name. But he was a chef for 20 years at some top restaurants in New York City. And he got started or got the idea, got started distilling while making sauce for a dish that he was working on. Says he spent almost 3 years on a recipe that brought out his favorite grain, oats. So Dovetail Distillery now has a unique product unlike anything on the market. It says, when it comes to whiskey, Dovetail Distillery stands apart as the oats come through in the final product. It is not just an element in the mash bill. White Dove traditional unaged whiskey has an upfront bit of spice. So they make they make a white lightning, let's just say. So it's just pure whiskey, from what I understand, that comes out. So they've got something with a lot of flavor to it that has a lot of spice, grassy tones, followed by a soft caramel finish. And if anybody has had that straight whiskey from the still knows what I'm talking about. It says it's got some heather, some burnt honey, spices. Of course, I bet you they were going to be strong. While you're going to get some raisins, some chocolate, caramel, allspice on the palate. I mean, it's an interesting one. And if you go to the website, you can see their offerings that they do have that I'm talking about. This one I have here, particularly bootlegger, is a cask strength whiskey. It's a culmination of all the flavors of Nevada, condensed and bottled at full potency. Dovetail strives to recreate a piece of American history by walking in the footsteps of the homesteaders that first settled the American West. We do things the way they would have by using the ingredients and techniques available to those on the frontier. So that's this particular bottle and what they do. So it's a cask strength, the bootlegger. So I'm just kind of pulling it up here. I'm trying not to read the flavors. I just caught something about the flavors on there. But if you guys want, you can go to their website, which I would encourage you to go so you could look on it. And they do ship to most states if you're interested, or if you're here in Las Vegas, stop at Liquor Lineup and you can pick this up because they don't have this particular one there, but they have similar. This one is only going to be at Liquor Lineup because they picked it. But the bottle at Liquor Lineup is, I think it was $100. Yeah, $100 at Liquor Lineup. So that's what that cost there is. And I just popped over to the Liquor Lineup page to make sure. Ta-da! Yep, got them. So now we know the rest of that story. Another one that they have that interested me, I'm going to have to just pull it up because I just want to look at it. So there's 3 different offerings that Saul has there at the store. One is this one. One is it's called the Queen Bee, I do believe is what it is. Let me just make sure I got that right. I want to make sure that's what it says. The Queen Bee. Do. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Let me go back here. Okay. I do believe it is the Queen Bee. Apparently, it is flavored with honey. And as you know, I do like wild turkey honey in the summertime in fresh brewed tea, where I'll put about 2 fingers in a glass of the wild turkey honey, then add my fresh brewed tea to that. And oh my goodness gracious, that is amazing. So, I'm like, I am interested. It is Queen Bee. I thought I saw it. Queen Bee honey flavored oat whiskey, 90 proof, which I do believe that's what the wild turkey honey is. I don't have a bottle here of wild turkey honey. I would bring it out there, but that kind of sparked my interest in that particular bottle. And then with it, they also have a bottle of that White Dove, that straight whiskey coming right out there, right there. There you go. So anyway, that's all available at Liquor Lineup, or you can go to their website. But let me open this here. I just thought it was interesting to have this because I just don't have whiskey made like this. So I got my whiskey bottle opener here. Give me a second here. Let me get this little, there we go. This thing was pretty transparent on there. I mean, it's clear, but yeah, I was like, where is it? I know they have it. And I love the synthetic cork. As you know, I am not a purist when it comes to that. Hey, Ed, cheers, man. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Pushing in that like button. And here we go. Tom, cheers from Bourbon Hall. You're going on tonight too. I think you'll be on either when I'm streaming or just when I'm done. You're Central, so you're what, 7:30 your time. So be about, probably, since you're in Central, to be about 6:30 my time. I'm Pacific. Help me out. I'm bad on this. I'm learning. I'm learning, man. But another guy, you want to hear some good stories, some good reviews, and see what he finds and buys, you need to go, oh my gosh, don't get arthritis in your hands, people. Oh my gosh, some of these bottles are killers to come off. But love these synthetic corks because the higher whiskeys I don't worry about. 7:45. There we go. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Well, love it. I like a tight fit. That's for sure. Ooh. Anyway, let me pour. I even brought out my special Glen for this special drink right here. So let me pour some of this in here. We'll pour us a little bit of whiskey in here. Got a nice little tidbit to get me through a little bit. I'm going to put a special stopper I got right here, a special Glen stopper that I have right here from Top Dog. That goes on the top here for a few moments. Holy smokes, the old arthritis today is acting up. I love this. Holy smokes. Goodness. But that's tough. So let me just hold this up a little bit. Nice color in a bottle. I don't quite know how old this is. There is no age statement on there. I do not know what the cycle of aging is up there, but if I'm not mistaken, I do believe I read, and I don't want to say I'm 100% sure, but I think they use smaller barrels. I read on there somewhere. I should have highlighted it and made some notes on there. I should have. Hold on. Let me just see if it's on there, because I do believe they use a smaller barrel on this thing here. Yep, here, hold on. There we go. There, I don't want to read about this. I'm trying not to. Like I said, I don't want to know the tasting notes. Let me go back into the website. Back up. Go back to home. Here we are. I thought I saw that. I'm pretty sure it was in there somewhere, but that's just how it goes sometimes. That's all right. No big deal. No big deal. We're good. We're good. We're good. Let me put this thing down. Get it out of my sight. All right. So we had the Glen Topper on there. Let's see what we get on the nose real quick on this thing. Sweet on the nose. Sweet on the nose. A little ethanol. Very warm and inviting on the nose. A little chocolate maybe. Like a dark fruit. Warm, like a stewed fruit. Let me change that. Oh, let me see something. Is this a? Yeah, it is. I'm going to say it's a 750 ml bottle. I was just looking at that. I'm like, is this the 700 or 750? It looks like a 750 bottle. I got it right next to the rare character, and they really don't look any different than the bottles. So I'm going to say it's a 750 on the mils on that bottle. Chocolate caramel, and I know it's bad, but look on the side of this thing. I know, but it's in my head, but not it really. I really do get some of the notes. Hey, Richie, cheers. Wow. Yeah, I definitely got some chocolate on those, especially when I pulled it away. You're welcome, man. Honestly, you are welcome. I know. There she's. I know. I saw Tracy. Cheers, Tracy. Glad to have you here. Appreciate you coming, saying hello, smashing that like button. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a like a stewed fruit, like a plum, a fig. There's chocolate. There's like a caramel or a nougat or along that lines. It's almost like a candy. So there is a little ethanol, but it goes away, or I'm getting used to it. Let me get that a little closer for you here so you guys can just see the color of the whiskey. Like I said, I just don't know how old it is. Is it 4 years, 6 years, 2 years? I don't know. So let's see what we got on the palate. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Let me get another sip there. It's interesting. It is definitely interesting here. First of all, doesn't drink like the proof it is. It doesn't drink like 122. It's got a little warmth to it. It definitely has some beautiful baking spice, especially on the finish. It's sweet on the tongue. It's not overly sweet. There definitely is chocolate on the palate. definitely chocolate on the palate. Seems a little slight citrusy note coming through on the back. Um, hmm. I'm just kind of letting things, come to be, if that makes sense to you. I'm just letting it go before I really say something. But so far, it's pretty nice whiskey right now. I was trying to think of like an oatmeal cookie because it's an oat whiskey. Um, it's like, but I'm trying to see if I can get that type of note on there. Let me have my third sip here. Hey, Ben. Cheers, sir. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much for coming on in here and saying hello. Always do appreciate that. And for anyone that is interested, the link is pinned at the top of the stream. If you want to join and chat about this whiskey or another one, feel free. The legs are beautiful on the whiskey. Nice legs. I'm going to figure out, well, what's going on with this because, boy, some days, I'm telling you, I see it perfectly, but it's just being stubborn. But you got to take my word for it. You got some nice legs on the whiskey here. Dovetail Distillery up in Mound House, Nevada. Oat whiskey, barrel number 20. Well, I will say this, looking at this picture of like a chocolate, nougat, caramel, I might have to say that's it on there. That's some of the stuff I'm tasting. I mean, it's a nice drink. I'm going to tell you, it's a nice drink. It's certainly what I say, 122. It's not 122 proof. 122 point something, 123, 140, somewhere in there, somewhere right in there, because this is 60. So let's just say 121. I'm trying to do the math in my head real quick, but 122, it's right in there. It doesn't drink like that. It does not drink. It's that proof. It has some nice rye. It has some, well, to me, it's coming off like a rye spice because it's grabbing the side of my tongue. And I know it's not rye, but it's grabbing the side of my tongue like a rye does. And it's like, wow. Um, this could benefit from a drop or two of distilled water just to see how this thing opens up. Are you familiar with Ballast Point Double Share Single Malt Whiskey? No, but I forget where I've heard about that before. I'm going to say you probably, but I don't know. I don't remember, but I've heard about that, but I've never had it. So I've never seen it here in Las Vegas. So I don't know. You know what? And this is not overly sweet, James. It's not overly sweet. I thought I saw you made a comment about that. It's not overly sweet at all. Um, it the original nose to what it is now is pretty much to me is consistent. Same thing I was getting in the beginning, even after the sip now and going back to it. It's pretty consistent. No, I'm gonna have to say this is not bad for $100. Yeah, I have to say it's not bad for $100. I would now like to say, hey, what is their shelfer like compared to a barrel itself, a barrel pick? Be able to put that side by side and then do a comparison. That would be good if I got a bottle of the other one to say, what is that like? What is that like? But this bootlegger from uh, Dovetail Distillery in Mound House, Nevada. This is a pick from Liquor Lineup 2 here in Las Vegas, or Liquor Lineup in general. That just happens. 2 is the second store they have, and the one I go to, and I get so used to saying that. But, um, hmm. Oh, I'm fine. I'm off tomorrow. It's a holiday. So, yeah, it'll be good. But yeah, this whiskey's pretty nice. I'm going to see how it develops as we sit here and we chat. If somebody wants to hop on, it's there. Um, get you on. Oh my gosh. I was wondering about you. I saw a pic of you in a distillery.
A distillery. We've been in a few.
Well, you were with Tim.
Oh, T Rob. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
at Southern down in Charlotte. Yeah.
Yep. I was gonna say, was it North Carolina, South Carolina? I knew you were over there
North
yesterday or something like
Carolina.
that.
North
I hear
Carolina.
Lil.
Yeah. Lil, come say hi. Anthony. He's on the
These are
stream.
my one. Well, there's the other one. Two of my favorite Aussies happen to be visiting us here in the U.S., but they're on the East Coast. There she is. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Oh, I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I saw what he had posted, and I'm like, oh, they made it to the East Coast. Well, and it's weird. We're gonna get rain, um, strong winds, snow. Not necessarily here in Las Vegas, but bad weather's moving in, and we got a wind advisory coming. But it's been cloudy all day
Well,
here.
that's because we move further east in another couple of days.
Mm. Hmm.
We flew into DC and we fixed up all the cold weather there, and then we flew into Kentucky and we fixed up all the ice and snow here. So we go to DC next, and we out to fix up all the ice and snow there.
Hey, you'll be back in the sauna. Don't worry. 40 degrees is on the horizon. You'll warm up quickly.
Well, it's actually been very weird because we've had days where it's been like 30, maybe in the 20s in the
Hmm.
morning and gone up to
Pleasant
70
morning.
degrees by day. So,
Pleasant mornings.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, very pleasant mornings. That's for sure. That's for sure. But yeah, it was so nice to see you guys and see the post on Instagram and you guys there and um, your time at the castle down in Texas.
Yep.
Yep.
Caught up with Matt. Of referred a bit of business his way
Hmm.
with a few things. So
Good, 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 good. And I hope he is doing well.
Matt he's doing really well. We spent a fair bit of time with Matt for 3 days. So
Oh, good, good. I really like him. He is a very good, genuine person.
yeah,
I've had some contact with him, through, of course, the channel and when he was streaming more. But uh, just seems to be a very genuine person, very
totally,
warm. Yeah,
totally.
very
He
warm.
really is. we brought a couple of bottles of Irish over for him. The Bushmills Causeways, which we get in Australia, the
Mm-hmm.
Australian releases. We
Mm-hmm.
brought a joke bottle over for him, which is a 74 proof Jim Beam white label.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't get those here.
No.
Mm-mm.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we always enjoy catching up with Matt.
Here if they try to give us a 74 percent or a 74 proof on a Jim Beam, we'd say you can keep it with the 80 proofer.
Well, they wouldn't be able to bottle it over here.
But why? I mean, I know people don't know it's because of the taxes you pay there on proof. That's
Yeah.
why it's proofed
Yeah.
down
It,
to where
it gets shipped over to Australia by tanker, and we cut it and bottle it in Australia. Same with wild turkey.
Mm-hmm. And let just so people know, he can get wild turkey 101 at that proof, but he pays a higher fee for whiskey over a certain proof. And then
Well,
or is it a flat fee period?
it's a flat fee period. It's now $103 Australian per alcoholic litre.
People, when you start to figure that out, you'll know what I know. It's
So
robbery.
it's basically, if I bring a bottle over myself, that's why I'm looking at getting a import license.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get a lower tax rate, but as a person, bring that over. It's around about $40 for an 80 proof bottle
Mm.
in tax before GST of 10% and the 5% import duty.
It's almost marked up 100% before it hits the shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. And people think we're taxed a lot. When you can see that welcome to Australia sign, there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to joke like that, but it is true. They really do mean
Yeah.
welcome. They
Cute
really
and
do
amazing.
mean welcome.
It is. So we've just finished a bottle share over here in our friend's house in Lexington.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I
So,
was going to say, seems like a pretty fancy hostel you're in. And I'm like, because I'm looking at the chandelier above your head, and I'm like, wow. We don't have fancy places like that here in Vegas,
well,
unless you go
we're
about 30 miles south up into Seven Hills.
yeah, well, we're staying with our friends who own Goodfellas Pizza. So
There you go. Nothing like a good pizza, that's for darn sure.
isn't that the truth?
Serious? It's hard to come by. Somebody knows how to make it. Something as simple as a pizza. There's many places that can
Oh,
screw the damn thing up. And
yeah, but
come on.
their buffalo chicken
Oh, don't
bread.
get me going.
Oh my God.
I'm sure. And here I am sitting without pizza. But yeah, understood. But it's true. It's true. I'm from the East Coast, originally from Pittsburgh, and
Yeah.
there's some joints in Pittsburgh, just old, Italian joints down there. They whip up a pizza in a real pizza oven. Some of them were wood fired. They had it for 100 years. Could have been coal for all I know. But oh my goodness gracious, makes so much difference in how that crust turns out.
Mm.
My mouth's watering. I'm not a bit hungry. Oh my gosh. Wow. Amazing. Well, I guess you guys are having a good time on holiday. You're enjoying yourselves and, meeting up with friends and
Yep. Yep. We've caught up with a lot of people over here. We caught up with T Rob down in South Carolina,
mm-hmm.
Eric here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we went to Southern Distilling, had a really great tour.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff that they're doing out of there. Oh my God.
And the things you get to see there are some things that I'm not going to ever see out here. Just saying that, for example, because it never really either leaves the distillery or within that local area. And there's so much more to a distillery. That's why it's important to sometimes go and visit these distilleries, particularly in Kentucky and even in Tennessee.
Well, this was in North Carolina, Southern
No, I'm
Distillery.
just saying, yeah, in North Carolina, but I'm
But
just using that area as an example in Kentucky or Tennessee. There's you need to go to these distilleries and see, um, you know, what they're doing and where they're going with their whiskey, because you
yeah,
can get some stuff there that you're just not going to get out here.
well, the stuff that they do at Southern, the amount of control that they have over the end to end, the farm to table side is
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal. They can completely control and vary the mash cook, the temperature of the mash cook, the temperature of the fermentation, the way it's all going through with the hearts and tails and everything.
Yeah.
They do a phenomenal job with that. In that the way that they've got their stills set up, it removes all the hearts through the distillation process. They're not having to
Mhm.
do a cut. It's phenomenal. And their white dog is brilliant.
Well,
Um,
that's this dovetail I'm looking at. White Dog. That's what I couldn't remember. I was like, it's not White Lightning, but that's what came to my head.
well,
That'd be
that's
another
it's
interesting.
called white lightning in
Yeah,
some
in some
circles,
places
but
it is,
yeah,
but that's a White Dog. But that's it. But you know what? To me, taste that just before it goes into the barrel. Get that taste, because that's the taste going to come out of the barrel. You're going to get some color, and you're going to get some char in there. You're going to get other flavorings out of it because of the barrel. But boy,
yep.
you need to taste a little bit of that just before it hits that, because it is a
Well,
different experience.
between Southern Star and we did uh, private tour with Potter Jane with Danny Potter,
Mm-hmm.
and what they're putting in barrels, they're straight off the still at 135 proof, has
Mm-hmm.
absolutely zero cereal note. Um, and they're 11-month old at the moment, which we tried, is really, really good because it doesn't have that cereal note, which brings
Mm-hmm.
out that young age.
Well, you know what's funny? And you mentioned cereal note with this dovetail that I got here from Dovetail, or this oat whiskey. I'm not getting a hard cereal note on there at all. Not at
Yeah.
all. Um, and like I said, I'm looking for like eating an oatmeal cookie type of a vibe. That oat from there. That's not what I'm really picking up. I'm really picking up some nice distillates, some nice spice. Like I said, it's 121, 122 proof right in there, 121, but it doesn't drink like that. I'm going to say 105, 100, and I'll give it tops 110, but it's very drinkable whiskey. It has some depth, it has some complexity to it. And as I'm sipping on this thing, it just gets nicer and nicer as far as you sip it and sip it. Now the palate shock is over, so you are acclimated to this spirit, but the chocolate lingers.
Yeah.
The chocolate lingers in this, and not because it's all over the bottle and I'm looking at it, but it's truly in there. And I got it on the nose itself, but I think it's going to be nice. Let it, another dram out of it. Let it set for 7 or 10 days, to get a little air, breathe a little oxidation, and see how it goes. But I would really like to get it and compare it next to 9 year private label. Okay, I
So
see it.
this is a pick which Greg McDonald gave us down in Carolina.
Is he tired of tripping over it? I got it.
Yeah, yeah. Damn, it's
Mhm.
a really, really good ECBP pick.
Really? And
Yeah,
that was something from down there, right?
Yeah.
pick.
It's a
Okay.
128.7. Oh my God, it's a good pick.
Well, the best one I've had from them, and I haven't purchased any more. So when they have the release ABC,
Yep.
okay, all right. The last one I got was the C921 for third release September of
Yep.
2021. I haven't bought any more since that. That was great. And by a mistake, not only do I have an open bottle, but I have a backup. And then I guess I forgot I got the backup and I got another backup. But, we've done it. I'm sure you've made it go, oh, crap, I forgot I had this. Okay,
Yep.
well, there's nothing wrong with having two backups because it's a good bottle. But I haven't went into that. And it's funny, we should be talking kind of about this. And I don't want to, I know you're with friends, but Jeffrey said this, and he did a short, and I meant to mention it when he was on earlier, made me laugh about his FOMO. And he goes, oh, yeah, I am so sick and tired of FOMO, and I'm just paraphrasing, don't have it anymore. And then all of a sudden he shows up and goes, oh, gold band, and he has a Weller foolproof as he goes by. Yeah, I don't have that either. I don't have that FOMO. But then here I go and pull out Octomore 16.1, 16.2, and 16.3. I'm
Yep.
laughing. So I thought about doing a short and saying, Jeffrey, I understand. I don't have any FOMO either.
And that's where I don't have FOMO, in that, I've got a lot of stuff back home which people
Yep.
don't have over here.
Yep.
But
Yep.
at the same time, I'm sitting there going, we don't get it over in Australia. So it's sort of like, I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
But at the same
Get
time, I go, I know I've got friends over there who have got it, and I'll get a sample when I
exactly.
go over. So it's sort of like,
Exactly.
so I
And
don't have the FOMO, which a lot of people do.
I know what your collection is. I've seen shots of it. We've had many conversations.
Yep.
You're at home though, of course, not now, and I'm here. But
Yep.
I have enough that you're right. I now chase. I don't want to say I don't chase bottles, but I do look for particular bottles now.
Well,
Not just because this is released, that's released, or whatever. So that FOMO, I'm like you. I don't give two shits about it.
that's
Now
where
I
it's
know my profile. I know certain things I like. I trust what I hear from other people because
Yep.
their palate matches mine. And it's what I said to earlier about when you have a relationship with a particular vendor, like a liquor store, bottle shop, or whatever, the people know you there. You talk to them like you and I talk regularly. Okay. Like I said, just like we're sitting at a bar talking about this spirit, that spirit. Okay. They know my palate. So if my wife walks in there and says, hey, I want to get Anthony something. Oh, hey, he'll like this. Or, they're going to be pretty much spot on. And then it just
liquor
be me.
lineup are good for that.
Yes, they are. Well, you've been there.
Yeah,
you have been
several
to liquor line.
times. We've been there with you.
Times. Yep.
Yeah.
And but they're just good people there. And so
Yeah.
when my wife goes there, no doubt they're gonna steer her in the right area, give her a choice. But taste is subjective. I don't like everything just like you do.
Yep.
I mean, you get bottles, it's promising, you get, and after a while you go, you know what? I've had 4 or 5 drams out of it. It's good. It's just not my cup of tea. But
Yeah.
it's a fine bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not blowing the wind up your skirt, but
Correct.
it's something which you'll enjoy having a pour of it now and again.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely right. And sometimes with age, month, 6 months, whatever, all of a sudden you just decide to pour it and go, holy smokes, this is the third pour of the bottle. What a change.
Well,
What a change.
we had tonight, the exact same pick of an E.H. Taylor, brand new bottle, compared to a bottle which we had from 18 months ago, which was half killed the last time we were over, and got it opened up. I mean, the pick was E.H. Taylor Single Barrel. It was damn good, really damn good.
And for the most
But
part,
that 18 months of being open, oh my God, it changed.
yeah, to a fresh crack.
Yeah.
And then you get that one that's got some air in there, and
Yep.
it's sat and got to do its thing. Sometimes you get better flavors. And let me just also say this. I'm a fan of E.H. Taylor, especially the small batch. I think it's a great everyday drinker as long as you can find it for $50 or less. I
Yep.
know it doesn't happen in Australia, but you know what I mean. There's a
No,
price that
yeah,
you'll
no,
buy
but
it all day long for that.
I'm used to dealing in USD, so
Yeah. But if you could find it, let's just say I'm gonna throw a number out there, $75 be one of those bottles, I would buy it all day long
yeah,
at that price over there because it is a good consistent bottle. I've had a few that have strayed off the road and got onto the berm here and there. It's like, holy smokes. But that's with anything like that, especially a small
yep,
batch or a single barrel. Absolutely. They can do that. But for the most part, they are consistent. For me, the E.H. Taylor single barrels, sometimes one or two wheels are off the road, but a little time brings it back to center. And then I've had some that they were okay, but it was not like other ones where you go, oh my God, this is sublime. But
yeah,
that's just whiskey. That is the nature of whiskey. And we've talked about that. I know you and I have, particularly with Eagle Rare.
yeah,
Yeah. Boom. It just you get some, it's like, oh my gosh, then you get one, and it's kind of flat. It's not that it's bad. It's like your soda pop's gone a little on the flat side. You can drink it. It's not terrible, but it's just a little something missing.
Well, it's like the Balcones triple cherry cask, which we got from back home. It was the single barrel for Australia, the single batch, and we love it. But it's wasn't your cup of tea. It's sort of like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. It's sort of like it's heavily cherry cask. So for a lot of people, are not that sherry cast with the American single malt. It's sort of like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and like when you're there going, eh, it's not my cup of tea, but I get that all those sherry notes and everything. I'm there going,
Mm-hmm.
I can understand where you're coming from. I can see, for me, it's a sherry bomb. I love a sherry bomb,
Oh, me too.
but that Balcones funk which comes through
So I haven't found a Balcones I could palate. As a matter of fact, because of
it's
Balcones, I
no,
steered away from
it's
Texas
and
whiskey
it
until
is it
Oscar.
is the only Balcones which I am able to palate.
But I can understand that.
Yeah,
Everybody
and where they're
finds. Yeah.
going, yep. We
Mm-hmm.
sat there and you went, no, it's not for me, but I can. You were sitting there going, I can understand where you're coming at, and I sat there and go, I can understand where you're coming at,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yep.
and
Mm-hmm.
it's sort of like,
I totally get it,
yeah,
without a doubt. But friends don't let friends drink Balcones. I
yeah.
look, trust me, I'm there. That whiskey shied me away from Texas whiskey until somebody said try Still Austin, and
But
I did.
I'll have to. We've just got a Tamdu
Mm-hmm.
delivered to home,
Mm.
which is the whiskey club pick for this month back
Ooh.
home. It's a 10-year sherry bomb. If it's
Sherry.
anything, if it's anything like the Tamdu bottle yarn that I did in Rosebank last year in September,
Not that I
it's going to
keep
be,
Tamdu handy, but
yeah.
yeah, this is the cigar malt.
Oh,
I haven't opened it yet, and it's the 750 mil because now they're all 700 coming
yeah,
over. But
yeah.
this is the 750, and I got it for the same price as they're still selling this. They're selling the 700 for the same price as
Oh,
the
wow.
750.
Okay.
So, and they saved this one for me because it's a 750.
You know, I'll bring over a sample when we come back over later in the year of both Tamdus and get them over to you.
You know
So
I like those, but
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Same with we did last month was a Glengoyne
Oh, I like Glengoyne. 10,
thing.
12, 15, 18, 21. My 18 is all gone. My 12 is gone. Um, I think my chapter 2 is gone. I've got chapter 1. I got a little bit. I got that from Eric, and I have a chapter 3 from Eric, which I have just enough for a little
I
dram.
have a chapter 3 of the legend coming over
Yeah.
from Scotland.
Oh, you're gonna like that.
I have a teapot
Mm-hmm.
and the 20-year Mezzanara.
Mm.
And
And no,
God, that's
Peter, we're not comparing Tamdu to Rosebank. Although I did look at a Rosebank today, but I can't remember if it was a 21 or a 25-year-old Rosebank. I did see one today.
well. I sent a sample back to Canada with some friends from Canada of a 32-year Rosebank to Donald.
Oh, I could just see him when he opens that package. Be
Well,
like a kid at Christmas.
just got to go down the road and catch up with my friend. He's
You
from
damn well know he'll walk through a frickin'
Toronto.
building to get that.
Well, not at the moment with the way that he's walking.
Well, he'll do it. If it takes him all morning, he's going to get that. Oh, yeah. He'll figure it out. Trolley, taxi, hey, half track, he'll get there.
It's been there for over 6 months and he still hasn't caught
Oh,
up with him.
shit.
But,
Oh, I thought you meant just recently you made that exchange. Oh,
no, it was sent back last September.
teapot
The
dram is off the scales.
teapot is
Peter.
phenomenal.
Peter's like, he chimed right in there. That's off the scales. Him and Sugar Kitty are one of my the peeps that just know this scotch. All the little stuff. I know what teapot was, but I've never had it. Never had it. But oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to pour just a little more of this oat whiskey here.
I will bring you over some teapot when we come back over later this year.
Oh, crap. This arthritis and this frickin' cork, but that's fine. Oh, holy smollies. Oh my gosh, Peter, I understand. The pain is real. But I got just what's going to take care of it. Right here. We'll fix it. Just a little smidge more. Let me get that thing down to the shoulder. I know what you said earlier about the one you have like this, Peter. I'm going to have a little more. Got to get it to the shoulder, proper. Let me just give a little smidge more in here. There we go. Put a little distance in there. But yeah, I love this cork. Oh, God, I might have to get a pry bar next time to open that sucker up, but that's okay.
Peter, if I can organise catch up with Donald later this year when we're back over, I'll try and get you over some teapot dram.
Okay. I'm good with that. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this guy sticking his nose back in here. JD Bourbon Approach himself. I forget where he went to now. I knew it when I saw him earlier and I meant to mention it and I didn't. And then he popped in there and I'm like, I know he's not in the Virgin Islands. I know that. Help me out, JD. Oh, look at this. I was talking about him earlier.
Hey, Darrell.
What's up, Darrell? Cheers, man. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for popping in.
They're rolling the dishwasher.
Wild Turkey sells Australia only merch. I would pay for you to mule some of those pewter bottle toppers back for me. Oh, I forgot about
Yeah, I have about 6 of them. I've got to buy about another 6 sets.
it.
The worst part was we were supposed to bring over Vicks, taters, and a set for Randall.
Bingo.
We didn't bring them over. I forgot to bring them because they were in the bourbon room, and I was doing stuff with our cameras and got to bring them. But I've been talking with Bruce Russell. I'm going to send everything over to Bruce, and he's going to get everything signed for them and get them out to them. But yeah, if you haven't seen those wild turkey stoppers, I'll send you a photo when we get home.
I actually forgot about that. That you have some different merch down there.
Huh?
We're going downstairs.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
This.
I'll take that down. I guess so.
Yeah, this thing is a beautiful chocolate on the nose, people. This stuff from Dovetail.
I'm coming.
Beautiful chocolate on the nose. Smells amazing. Really does. It's not as chocolatey as Christmas from Storytime, but it reminds me of that because of the chocolate is there, and that pops in my mind when I smell it. Oh my goodness.
Right here. Well, we're going downstairs to
Go ahead.
continue drinking, and we don't
I don't
have
blame you.
great internet down there. So
Well, I'm going to stay right here and do the same, though. But it's always great to see you and Lil. I am so happy you took some time away, you two, to pop on just to say hi to everybody. I greatly appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourselves and having a good time. And I look to hear some more stories from your travels once you get home and we chat again.
I might give you a ring in the next couple of days. So,
I'll be here.
but I mean, like there is the fun adventure at Jack Rose next weekend. So,
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere.
we might give you a call from over there. So,
Okay. You know where I'm at.
I'll have Slapshot there with us. Unfortunately, T Rob's not coming up because he's got to work, but that's where we caught up with him this week at Southern
Good.
Star. So,
Well, I'm glad you could meet up with him. T Rob's a good guy. Really is a good guy.
love T Rob and Donna.
Yep. Yep. Great people. Great
Yep.
people. Like I said, we've got some great people in our community here. Really, truthfully do. Real pillars in Whiskey Tube and subscribers to me and many others. They're just real good people.
Yeah. Oh, Tom Black's got to go get ready for a stream.
Yes, he does.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
What stream does Tom do?
He has his own.
Okay. What's the
It's in the I just had it up. Let me circle back here for you.
send it to me, Anthony?
Okay.
So I'm on my phone. So
Bourbon. It's called the Bourbon Hall. I'm just looking for
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Send it through to me on a text and
Yep. That way you'll have it. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'll send you a message from my US mobile so you got it.
Okay. Gotcha.
Hey guys, have a good one. Anthony, great catching up.
Chris, Lil, cheers.
We will talk to you next weekend before we fly home.
Okay.
All right, my friend. We'll talk soon.
Cheers, buddy. Have a good one.
Hey, guys. Not all.
Wasn't it great to see Chris and Lil? Glad that he popped in. Join their time here in the States. It's always great to have a conversation with him. But I actually talk to Chris there kind of regularly, even though he's down in Australia. I'm up on the weekends and they're doing their nightcap at 9 o'clock at night, and it's 5 a.m. for me, and we're chatting. But great bunch of people. Great bunch of people. Hey, corn and whiskey. Cheers, brother. Been a little bit since I talked to you, at least a few hours. Hope you're doing well, having a good evening. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thank you. Always appreciate people coming in, smashing that like button and saying hello. But yeah, it's nice to have friends from, like in the UK, James coming in, or our friends up in Canada and then Australia. I haven't seen Faz in a bit. I know he's around. He's in New Zealand. He pops in. And then Greg's Whiskey Guide. He's over in France. He'll pop in from time to time, depending. They're just getting Redwood Empire. He's starting to see that over there. It's not everything is distributed there, but he was at an event and he had posted that, hey, look, here's some Redwood Empire, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, Lost Monarch, Pipe Dream. They're good. They're good. I mean, here, $30, $35. It just depends on where you are. You can get those bottled for under $40 with tax out the door. They are good, good, good. Watching the Olympics. Well, you're probably going to need some whiskey for that. You're probably going to need some whiskey for that. I'm not going to get on my soapbox, but when you start bashing the U.S. at the Olympics and you are the U.S. Olympic team, I'm done with you. It is not your political pulpit, and you are not making any friends, as few have found out. I'm done. Sorry, I'm done. U.S. and Canada in hockey. What happened? Do you know, Peter? I forgot. It just popped into my head since we got on Olympics. But I know they were playing. I know the curling team, and I think it was Switzerland. Switched from the Canadian curling team of a little cheating there by giving the what do they call that big ass thing that they push around that? Pushed it with his finger. They showed the video. I mean, did he really push it, or I don't know, but it is a rock. That's for damn sure. And there's only a few companies that make those, and they're about $1,000 for that rock, and they're certain size, dimension, weight every time. So there's only a few that make them for the Olympics. Stone, rock, whatever. Marty, double touch the stone, double touch, triple touch. I don't know. But I saw a thing on Instagram where they're curling with a pint of Guinness. I go, that's the curling I want to do. Get down there like hot dog. And then if it gets in the center, you get to drink it. That's the curling for me. That's for darn sure. Yeah. Well, they did. They did, and that was very well known. You knew exactly what he was saying. It might have been bleeped out, but I loved it. Made me laugh. True, but who won on the game is what I was trying to figure out. I don't really. I mean, yeah, go USA, but if it was Canada, I'm good too. I'm good with it too. Just poured some Port Charlotte 10-year. Need some peat. Oh, I was drinking some peat. I had some Ben Romick 15 today, just a little tasting, and I forgot. But that peat is in there. That peat is in there. It just has a little touch of it. Just a little touch of it. peaty single malts from Cedar Ridge. Really? Is it because they used ex Scotch barrels that were peated, or did they actually smoke the malt? There you go. There you go. No, me either. They do peat nice and smooth, huh? Okay. All right. So smooth. Uh-huh. All right. Well, I tell you what, this is turning out to be a decent dram. This really is. This is my second little sip of it here, but it it's definitely good sipping whiskey. I'm going to tell you that. You get into the second glass, it's good. So I kind of understand what you're saying about getting into this oat whiskey, Peter. It's pretty good. It's tasty. Mm-hmm. Mm. I'm telling you, it's a nice sipper. I mean, at first it came off a little rye-like, especially with the spice. But the last hour now that I've been sitting here and sipping and chatting and sipping and chatting, just like I would normally do on any other time, is I'm just trying to learn about or experience whiskey. This is nice. I'm looking at the legs form and just slowly roll down the sides of the glass. It still, to me, has a nice mouthfeel and texture on it. Yeah, this is really pretty darn nice. That's for sure. But anyway, I have to tell Big Vic about this. He'd probably like it. Ed, ring him up. Tell him he's got to look into this. This is a pretty nice bottle. That's for sure. Well, you know what? This is the first I've had. This is the first I have had that I can recall that's an oat whiskey. I like the taste. Yeah, I do. I think it's tasty. Making sure I get a little water in there too. Yeah, I guess then you've had some oat whiskeys before. I mean, this is my first, and it's my second glass that I know of. Mm. Mm. Sorry, I'm just being quiet here because I did a lot of jack jawing, and it could have been. Oh, really? Wow. I know I've not heard of that or even had that. So, okay, Peter. Now that is even interesting to me. Wow. Hmm. Hmm. That's pretty darn good. I was gonna, get into something else I have open, but I'm gonna stick with this here for a little bit longer. This is pretty good for sure. Well, I'm not going to argue with you. You would know. Yeah, I mean, but like I always say, taste is very subjective. But you know, I think that would be you would be able to draw a little line there to give someone a reference with good certainty. I don't know if this will make sense to you, but this definitely isn't even taxing on my palate. You know how sometimes you can eat, oh boy, this whiskey's good, this whiskey's good. But after a while, it might fatigue your palate to where okay, I'm done drinking it. I have to go to something else, or I just have to walk away from whiskey. This thing has a nice, just as you sip on this thing continuously, like I have been doing, just sipping and sipping and sipping, chocolate is still prevalent in there. The retrohale, you get almost like a candy bar type of a note, like forget the peanuts, but what is it? A Milky Way that doesn't have it, but it's like a Snickers bar. If that makes sense to anybody, I'm trying to make a comparison here to bring something together so everyone can understand what I'm saying. But I'm finding it quite enjoyable as I sit here. And I don't know, I may make a little charcuterie board and tote this over to it and see how it does with some good salted meats and cheese. And I'm going to say, and I don't know, but I'm going to say this is 100% oat whiskey. I didn't think about that, but I'm going to say it is. I'm going to say it is because there's nothing that says it is not on here. I may have to look on the website. I might even send them an email. They might even have been watching. Who knows? I don't know. I tagged them on Instagram. They might watch. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Chocolate caramel like a nougat, but the chocolate is still prevalent. And I'll give you the caramel or taste on it too. Thank goodness I don't get the clove spice. But let me just say this. The little bit of numbing sensation I get, yes, it's probably alcohol really, but I don't like clove in itself. But there is something I'm getting that now that I think about it, reminds me of a clove. But if I would get anything like that, it would cause me to shudder. Yeah, I don't, I used to have a mother-in-law, but she's deceased, but she would like to chew that clove gum. No, not me. But yes, it is very true to the palate. Very true to the palate. It had you drooling. Yeah, I can understand. But that's what it's like, Peter. It really is. I'm trying to figure out how to put that together so there's something. Well, I'm sure you got Snickers bars in the UK. Who the hell doesn't have a Snickers bar? And you probably have your equivalent of something chocolate and peanut butter with nougat and whatever they call that imitation filling like this has in the center of this picture there, that white stuff, because you got the caramel, then you got the chocolate on the side. You got to have something like that. That's for sure. It is. Yeah, like I said, I'm just sitting here enjoying this as we have a conversation. And when I was talking to Chris, I was like, just sipping and talking and sipping and talking and sipping and talking. It's like, I have 2 Snickers bars that I got in my Christmas stocking still sitting on the dining room table. I love Snickers, but I do not eat candy like that regularly. And, my wife I'm surprised she hasn't said anything. She says, I cannot believe you've had these Snickers bars sitting for almost 2 months and you haven't touched them. Snickers bar or 2 glasses of whiskey? I'm going to drink the 2 glasses of whiskey. That's my trade-off. That's my trade-off. You know, I don't generally have any whiskey Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday sometimes. 4 or 5 days out of the week. I just don't. Not because I don't, I just don't. But, my Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I might have a glass or 2 a day. Sundays, I might have 3, 4 little tasters. But that's it. Other than that, I'm good. No, I don't. No, I don't. But sometimes, boy, when you don't have stuff like that for a long time, months, and you eat one, holy smokes, you want to open that wrapper up and make sure you get every bit up out of there. Now, they have fried Snickers bars. I don't know how they do it, but I know they do it here. I've seen it in fried ice cream. Not literally, they fry ice cream in a fryer. It's a term. But the Snickers bars, like fried bananas and you see them at fairs. I haven't broken down to try one of them bananas, but my gosh, there's always a darn line for it. Really, now I'm getting more chocolate on the nose as I'm picking it up to sip this. I'm like, wow. But you know what I'm still searching for? Remember what I said? The fruit, like a warm fruit, like a figs, plums, or something like that, like a stewed fruit. In my mind, I'm still searching for that. I haven't brought it up, but when they're talking about deep fried and things of that nature, and I'm like, I haven't quite picked that out yet. I mean, I get it on the nose because it's very warm and inviting, but I'm not sure I'm getting it on the palate, or I'm just missing it right now. But I'm subconsciously, with every sip, I'm looking for that. Hmm. I will say this. I know there's only so many of these bottles around. Once they're gone, they're gone. But I'm seriously thinking about see how it is in a week or so. Might have to back that sucker up, because once it's gone, it's gone. Once it's gone, it's gone. But it's making me, like I say, it's making me think, or I'll just be nice and hopefully, I'll let it go for this week, because it just dropped. It just dropped here, and let give it this week or so, and let people be able to have a go at it, because I know no one's reviewed it. At least nobody that's probably going to hear this within my group that's going to run over to the store and grab one. But oh my goodness, it's good. Oh, look at this biking bourbon. Cheers, sir. Great to see you. Hope you are well. Thank you for popping in and saying hello and smashing that like button. As the title said, I'm trying some oat whiskey from a local distillery up north in northern Nevada, from Mound House, Nevada. It is it's Dovetail Distillery. It's distilled and bottled by them. And it was a pick from Liquor Lineup here. That's Boot, BTLGGR, Lager, Bootlegger. Nice stuff so far. I've had 2 little drams of it, getting it to the shoulder, and I'm going to allow that to open up a bit and see how it does. But that was my first taste of oat whiskey, and I will say this. I'm pretty satisfied with it. For $100 for the bottle, I'm pretty much looking at. I think it's getting closer and closer to that definite buy. That's for sure. Right now, I would tell you, yeah, it's a buy. You know, I think more people would truthfully enjoy it. Uh, Again, that's subjective too. Everybody has a limit on what they'd spend or what they're not. But right now, I don't think it's terrible. You know, for a pick, there. If you go to the website and buy it, it's not a pick. It's what I call their shelfer. It's $80. So $20 more, and this is a pick, and it's the only one. But like I think you were on earlier when I said, man, I would love to compare the shelfer to this. So what is their everyday offering like as compared to this one that is the store pick, to see if there is a difference in it. Now that would be something. I did it for 1792, and I'm trying to remember if it was the full proof or was it the bottled and bond. But one was the shelfer and one was a pick. Minute difference in taste. Same thing with Buffalo Trace, the shelfer and a store pick. Absolutely, and unless you could pick it out, there is no way to call it. But to me, the pick and in a blind was just a tad sweeter with maybe a touch more flavor, because I did it in a blind. I had my wife pour them, so I didn't know what was which. There was not enough separation between the two to warrant the $25 or whatever it was to go for a pick. Save $25, buy the shelfer, and go get yourself a good sandwich on the way home. Or buy yourself a nice steak to throw on the grill when you get home. So yeah, the Buffalo Trace, just a normal shelfer. Yeah, in a pick. Nope, it's definite try for you. Try before you buy for me. It just was not enough of a separation in flavor or anything on there to make me buy one of those again. There just wasn't. And it's the same damn proof. Okay. It's the same proof. So that's like Elijah Craig. Some picks are still 94 proof, no matter what. And the 18-year-old Elijah Craig, is it 94? 95? Hold on, I gotta stretch back here. I keep forgetting. Okay, it's 94 is their normal proof. The 18 was lower. And I'm like, what in the Sam Hill hell? Why would you drop that down in proof when I think you should have knocked it up in proof, or at least leave it the same? But, you know, the 18 was okay. Do I think the Elijah Craig 18 was worth the money? Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hey, bourbon for bacon. Cheers, man. Great to see you here. Thank you for coming, man. Appreciate it. Cheers, brother. I don't know if you were literally just getting here or were you lurking, but I'll go over it again. One of my local little haunts, liquor lineup. Love the place, love the people there. They did a pick from a local distillery here in Nevada, Dovetail Distillery out of Mound House, Nevada. It's up around Reno, and this is 100% wheat whiskey. At least I think it is 100% wheat. And I did just a review of it, and I'm tell you what, pretty darn good. 60.1 ABV, so about 121 on the proof, 120 in there. I don't know, somewhere right in there. Nice whiskey on the second dram here as I chat with everybody. But really nice to see. I hope you are well. Are you drinking anything in particular here tonight, or are you just relaxing? Are you off tomorrow? I know I am. Mm. Sorry about the pause. Took a sip when I clicked on your response there. But I tell you what, it's my first wheat whiskey. I'll give you the rundown again. I'm enjoying it. I poured another dram here as I was talking to Chris and Lil. Chris from Australia. He's on the East Coast right now, visiting us here in the States and visiting with some friends. And he and Lil were kind enough to pop on because I've got the link posted up in there. And it was great to have them. But my wife picked this up for me for a Valentine's Day gift. Unexpected, and it turned out to be a pleasant surprise. I think the whiskey is quite good for my first oat one, but I still keep looking for that like oatmeal cookie type of a note. But I don't get that out of it, and I'm surprised that I don't get more of a cereal note. And maybe I'm just not picking it up because I don't recognize it. But in general, the chocolate is there, the caramel, like a nougat, like you're eating a Milky Way. How's that? Is there. Chocolate on the palate all day long. Chocolate on the palate all day long. So pretty neat. Yeah, I meant oat, whatever. Yeah, well, doing what I can. It is. It is. Um, I'm I'm happy with it so far, and give it a week to 2 weeks. Let's see how this bottle opens up. I I think it'll be fine. I mean, I think it's fine now, but let's just see what a little air does. I've got it. I've got it to the shoulder, so got some little space in there. Let it breathe a little bit, and maybe at the end of the week coming, I'll pour a little sip on a Friday or something like that, and go from there. You have Wild Turkey 101 in the glass, or is that what you're saying? Because I haven't sipped on 101 in quite a few months. It's back there, right next to old Granddad 114. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Wow. Sorry, but I'm finding this very, very pleasant as far as the whiskey goes. Very pleasant. I may have to, like I said, I may have to pour a little more and uh, see how it holds up with a little charcuterie board. Yep, I seen you. What's up, man?
What's up, sir?
How are you?
Just relaxed.
I can. That's what it looks like.
Like what happens once I get my SIM card, I set it up. I'll be at the beach, so next time I can stream at the beach. Nice blue, beautiful water that's blue and green.
Mm-hmm. So you getting settled in over there?
Yeah, it's mostly just getting used to the humidity here. It's pretty nasty. And I mean, I'm a white dude at the island. I'm not an islander, so I'm turning darker and red every day like a lobster. So,
Hey,
but
Ken would be a crisp by now.
oh yeah, definitely. But it's fun. I mean, for over here, it's it's definitely water sports here. Deep sea fishing, scuba, boating. I get to go to islands though, so I can go on boats and airplanes all the time because of my position. So that's pretty
And you're in
cool.
the Marshall Islands, right?
Yes, that's correct. I'm
Mm-hmm.
at the main hub,
Okay.
Quadrillion. It's called Quadrillion. So this is the main with the missile defense system, Ronald Reagan test, and SpaceX and all that other stuff. So we're at the main
Mm-hmm.
base. There's 8 of them, 8 bases here. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's fun. I mean, so far I had to order a bike off Amazon because the bikes here are too expensive. So I'm not going to pay $1,000 for a bike when I can get it off Amazon, throw it away bike for about $350.
Oh, you're talking about a pedal bike. Gotcha.
Yeah, there's not many cars here. It's only 4 miles long.
Oh
But
yeah.
being humid, you got to walk down the road in the sun. It can take a toll on you there and back. So,
Well, until you become acclimated, yeah,
yep,
absolutely.
it's a mile round trip to my dining facility and back to my room. So it's a 1 mile round trip. So if I went 3 times a day, that's 3 miles, which is good. But I'm not hungry. I only eat like breakfast and dinner. Sometimes not even that.
I'm just reading Bourbon for Bacon's comment. You when the gotta love the missus when she comes back with a real hitter. I remember mine come home with a copper strapped bottle of pure bad.
Nice.
Copper strap bottle of pure bad. I'm just laughing.
Mm.
You already knew. uh, there you go. Pure bad. Right.
That's
But it
right.
was the thought that counted. It was the
That's right.
thought that counted. Mm-hmm. But she thought of
My wife,
you.
my wife is complaining right now that she hates shopping and she's putting gas in the car and all the other stuff. So the last 2 years, that's what I've been doing, taking my daughter to school first thing in the morning. She's had a cush life for the last 2 years, and now she hates it. Because the other day, or actually Valentine's
Yeah.
Day, my daughter made coffee for her, but then there was no oat milk and Batista. So she was all pissed off that she had to drink regular milk. I was like, well, you never told me to order it.
But
So
today you can order it. Just go by, blow the horn, and they put it in your trunk, and away you
exactly.
go. Or you order it
Yeah.
at. I'm just using Walmart as an example. They bring it to your house.
Well, I got to speed up the process of my daughter's driver license. She has her permit, and my daughter can go pick it up because she'll be able to drive.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, in humidity, hydration is key.
yeah, see, I get my Hawaiian water,
Uh-huh.
but I get the other hydration too. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got to make sure you don't get any sore throats.
yeah, but the only thing about this Jack Daniel's Heroes, this cork sucks. It always falls out. I barely touch it and it falls out, and I don't have any spares. So if there's any bad ones here, I'm kind of screwed.
Well, you know what? Just get a piece of like plastic wrap and a rubber band and just poof, it'll do
Yeah,
until the end of, you get time to get rid of it.
I only have 3 bottles here because I can get alcohol here on base. So I get the
Oh yeah.
Heroes, I get Castle and Key, and I got Naked Mole Grouse.
Oh yeah.
So and then when I get more free time, because the holidays right now messed up my boat schedule to go across to the
Mhm.
other island. They have a local distillery here in Marsh Islands that sells a vodka made of breadfruit and some other plant. Same thing with the whiskeys too. And I guess you would say Potten. I guess you would basically say it's that clear, you know, white dog stuff. That
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they have 3 of those here. It's pretty good stuff I hear. The locals like it, and they say it's like $20 a bottle. I'm like,
But
well, that's cheap. I'll try it.
yeah.
Something local.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Why not? Why not try it?
Well,
Might
we'll
be
see
something that you're
anyway.
like, oh, I'm gonna have to send a couple of these, you know, up to the States
Well,
for my private stash.
the problem here is that you can't put the military stops you from putting alcohol on the airplane. So once the airplane comes in here, I can't export it. It's only import stuff. So I have to find out more if I buy it locally there on the island, not on this island, which is a military island. And if I have a receipt, can I bring it home with me? Because
Mm.
I didn't buy it here. I paid the local, whatever.
Yeah. Taxes,
So
fees.
yeah, yeah. So I got to figure that out. I have to talk to the security people here. I haven't gone over there yet to see what I can and can't do legally.
Understood.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, you got to learn the lay of the land, the do's and the don'ts. Mm-hmm. But if you
yeah,
buy it and it's unopened and you're heading, you know, back home here, can I bring 4 or 5 bottles and take it home? So
Yeah.
it's not like you're getting aboard a steamship and coming home.
Yeah, exactly. It's all flights. There's only one flight here that goes in and out. That's U.S. bound. So United's the only one that flies here directly. Well, not
I was just going to
directly, but
ask you, is it a common carrier, or are you flying
yeah,
on
it's
a?
United. I flew on United. United flies 5 days a week here because of the military, and they do their hoppers too. So if I can schedule around, I don't have to go to Guam, which is really far away, and then head back to Hawaii because Hawaii is my main base, and then I can fly anywhere in the world from Hawaii.
I'll be in Hawaii in August.
Oh, okay.
Maui, I think it is where
And
my wife has got us booked at.
it's probably I don't know, but I might be in Poland in July or August. So
One
fly
of those
halfway around
months,
the
right?
world.
One of those
Yeah,
months.
well, my wife will be in Poland, so I mean, I haven't been in my house there in like 4 years, so I want to go back to Poland.
Wasn't
And
she just
that's
there not too long ago?
she's always there, just not
That's
me.
what I thought. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking, no way you would leave that thing alone for that long. Family or somebody had to go there because I know she still has family there.
No, no, she always goes there. She's there all the time. But the point is that me, I don't know what the house looks like anymore practically. Plus, all my good bottles are there.
Got to
Got the
go check
expensive
that
ones over
inventory.
there.
Check
Well,
for
yeah, I
freshness.
mean, got a bunch of BTACs there from 2008, 2009, so that's old school. I'll
Yeah,
make
I don't
sure
know
that's
why I thought
okay.
you went like last year.
No, 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 not last year. I didn't go there. I was working. I was working here locally. So I haven't gone over there. I mean, I've been in the States almost basically almost 2 years. And then I got this job because I got tired and bored. Well, of course, the job went away. So I just
Yeah.
finally just like, you know what, screw it. California is one of those weird states where they give you everything you want, then they take everything away from you, and then you're kind of screwed.
Uh,
So
yeah.
figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Bourbon for Bacon said United, no space A going outbound.
Um, Space Age usually full because it's $40 from here to go to Hawaii, and you got to do like basically 8 months in advance to get on that flight. And I'm just, yeah.
Not saying that you wouldn't
So
take it, but you know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I can go to Guam. I can go to Hawaii. That's about it. It's like $40.
Mm-hmm.
So
But yeah, we'll be in Hawaii. I think it's August 24th, somewhere like that.
or I might just wait the time and just accumulate a lot of days off, and then my wife can come here, and then we can go island hopping from here on boats. So we
There
can
you
stay
go.
at different islands. Probably go, there's so many islands over here. I'm only 5 hours away from Australia. Was it Brisbane? So I'll go to Australia.
Happy Valentine's Day to Hawaii, I'll bet. Before it was before Valentine's Day that we decided we were going. Yeah, the heads up is nuts, he said, for Space A.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there's already a waiting list here. So like, I mean, going out is hard. Coming in is easy. So that's the problem. Not many people want to come here. They all want to leave because you're landlocked, man. I mean, basically, island locked. It's only 4 miles, man. That's it. But I have a golf course here. I got a bowling alley, outdoor TV, lots of pools, biking. Of course, all the water in the world to swim in.
Fresh fish.
Golf. Well, yes and no on that one. Because they have the lead in the water from all the years that the military's been here from World War II. So other islands, yes, but not locally here in this island. I wouldn't go fishing. The locals fish here, but not me. I wouldn't eat the fish out of here. Beautiful the water.
I just laugh and I go, where do you get their water from?
Exactly.
But it's perfectly safe. The government isn't going to let you have anything that's not.
Oh no, just like all the shots are safe for you too. Make sure you get your 19,000 shots. It's safe.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's gonna go wrong.
Mm-hmm. Nothing's going to go wrong. Here, got this peanut butter to put in your arm. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You won't be able to lift your arm for 3 or 4 days, but it'll be fine.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't worry about that horn growing out of your forehead. It'll fall off. Exactly. Exactly. Trust but verify. Mm-hmm.
Who's going to verify the verifier? That's what I want to know.
Mm-hmm. Trust but verify. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Hold on a second. Okay. Yep.
I checked
The
that
door.
bottle out that you got, that Nutty Buddy, whatever it's called,
Mhm.
Snickers, Stingadoodle. And
This
you know
is that. It's oat whiskey.
they only ship 40, was it 54 bottles to all of Nevada. That's it, no more. So, because I Googled it while you were talking about it, and I went to
Mhm.
the manufacturer or the distiller, and it basically said that, and on their Instagram account says they shipped 54 to Nevada only. Didn't say where, it just said, look out Nevada, 54 coming your way.
Well, so this was
So,
a barrel bought by Liquor Lineup, and you can go on Dovetail's site, and they have this bottle for like 79. Well, not this bottle.
well,
This
yeah,
one's
I
a
saw
pick,
something different.
but it's $79. But like I said, boy, I would anxious to try that shelfer against this and see if there's a difference. Because I really didn't see a difference in the 1792, but I can't remember if it was foolproof or bottled and bond that I tried. And like Buffalo Trace, they'll have their standard shelfer, but they'll have it as a pick, but it's the same proof. And same thing I said with Elijah Craig. You know, if I'm getting a pick, I should be able to pick a little higher proof because it's my barrel, whether I want 100 bottles or 75 bottles.
Right.
What do you care? You're getting the money for the barrel, regardless of what proof I make it. Let me give them something to think about and, make it 100 proof. I'm just throwing that number out there.
Yeah.
But Buffalo Trace doesn't allow that. It's bottled at 94. I could not find a difference. I just couldn't. I really couldn't. I mean, a tad bit sweeter here and there, but that was it. It just wasn't anything to be excited about. Wasn't. Hey, Vic, cheers, man. Appreciate you popping in and saying hello, buddy. Hope you are well.
Anything in 1792 I pretty much like. So I haven't really, found a bad one that they made yet. So
Yeah, it is. That was the wife. That's what the wife was in here for, saying, hey. I said, okay. Yep. See, everybody knows my schedule. Everybody knows my schedule. That's just how it is. Usually I get done at 6, about
Who's going on
6:30.
after you?
There is actually I almost said Livewire, but no, it is not.
No.
It's not
Bourbon's going
Livewire
on?
tonight.
Bourbon's going
So
on?
who?
Bourbon? Ben?
No. He is not
I thought he was traveling
going
somewhere.
on.
Isn't he traveling down south?
I'm thinking.
I think on his stream that he said he's heading down south this week coming up, or I guess a pick or something, a barrel pick or friends and stuff. So
I'm thinking. Hold on. I'm thinking.
I'm not sure when he's leaving.
I don't know if he's leaving or going anywhere off the top of my head. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, he could be, because he's always on the move.
Mm-hmm. Well, he got his car back. I know that.
Oh, he did?
His car
I was just going to say, I know he got into an accident, and
he's still shocked that they spent what, $4,000 for a $2,000 car to fix it instead of just getting a new car.
I'm surprised too. But you know what? He's happy to get it back.
Oh yeah,
I know that because he's taken good care of it. yeah, he's taken good care of it. So I can't see him giving it up, because that's what he was like. He's, it's a good car.
Right.
He's done everything you need to do to keep the maintenance up, and I can understand. I just bought one. They're not cheap.
I just had to replace the. I was telling everybody else I had to replace the turbo on my diesel. I blew up the turbo right before I left, and I didn't get to drive my car because it was in the shop, and I had to order from Germany for my diesel Volkswagen. That cost me almost $2,000 to put it in.
Mhm.
So,
Bourbon Hall is on. I was just looking for the thing, but
okay.
Tom is on after me, and he's probably going right now because he's Central Time. I'm 6:30, so he's, I think, 7:30, and Central Time is an hour ahead of me. So he should be on about now, because he was in here for a while chit-chatting, and we were going back and forth. But he should still be on, or he is going on right now.
3 hours when it's about 5:30, and I head to the ocean side and pop down in that chair under a palm tree and just chill and watch the ocean for a little bit.
It's nice, isn't it? I mean, sorry that you're away from the family, but it's nice to just to go and relax, take a bottle of water, a book or something, and just sit there and listen to the ocean.
My wife is asking me, of all my jobs, because she's seen the jobs I've had, 3 different jobs when she's met me. She asked me if it's how relaxing this. I'm like, to be honest with you, this is the most outside of the Lithuania job. This is the most relaxing job I've ever had in my life. I mean, I'm the boss, but the person I'm working for that's over me, not by much, just says, "I'm not gonna bother you. Do what you got to do. You
Well,
need time
Andrew,
off, relax.
it's always
Take it
glad to
easy."
see you. And yes, across town. For people who don't know, Andrew just lives maybe 5-6 miles from me. But yeah, exactly. But well, I'm gonna hold on here for a minute, JD. I'm gonna end the stream because the wife says it is my supper time, and I'm like, I'm not gonna argue with her. But it's always great to see everybody. I hope this was an informative stream. I was going to actually do a few more, but I decided to hover on this bottle. It was pretty darn good. I'm glad that she got it for me. So maybe next week I will open up the other one, or maybe I will get into the Octomore. Who knows? I've got 6 more bottles at my feet I haven't opened up yet. But it's all good, people. Look forward to seeing you again next week. Cheers, everybody. See you soon.